Transformers Cyberworld is the newest show for Transformers. It's online, it's free, and you know what? For what it is, I think it's a good time. It's, a simple 5 minutes per episode. I just watch it, pop in, pop out. It's pretty nice. I think it's a good introduction for, newcomers into the franchise. It has, all the iconic characters you'll want. And honestly, I'm enjoying it pretty much. I think it's a fun time. But one thing I didn't really expect to stand out for me particularly was Mirage from this show. Now, the thing is this, I love Mirage. I love him in all, variations and iterations I've seen him in. I love him in G1, for his sick F1 car and all that stuff. It's nice. I really enjoyed him in Rise of the Beast as Pete Davidson. That was really cool.
We're just work friends.
Work friends? You've been inside me.
Oh, wait. Oh, sorry. Who the hell is that?
He's in a bad mood. He's not talking to anybody today.
But here we have another version of Mirage, and that is in Cyberworld. And whenever he first appeared, I was honestly kind of surprised because whenever he appeared, he was turned out to be like evil and he's a seeker. That was honestly pretty cool. Because the thing is, I love Seekers. I love Seekers to my heart content. They're like honestly some of my favorite characters in Transformers, history. And being the fact that you have an Autobot that is now turned a Seeker, that's honestly pretty cool in my opinion.
Because you're not a Seeker!
Yeah! Seeker!
Oh! To the sky!
He is a retool of Starscream though, so like the toy design for him is pretty lazy in my opinion there, although it does follow the the similar color scheme that like most Mirages have. And I will say it is nice whenever I realized that he was an Autobot, because if I look at the toy, he literally has the Autobot insignia on him. He doesn't have it in the show, and that's kind of what I like about this Mirage so far, is the fact that we're going to be seeing like a nice character progression of seeing him turn good. And I like how we're introduced to this Mirage, because I love to see his cocky personality. I love seeing his illusions and all that stuff, and I love how he uses it for more like devious purposes. It's honestly pretty cool.
Who's this, Joker? The name's Mirage. And I heard all about your little troop.
And I like the fact that it still keeps some character with him for how he uses his illusions, but this time he's using it on the Decepticon side. And I like the fact that in the show so far, we're showing that he has a good heart, whenever he's saving Elita 1. Also, on a side tangent, dude, this Elita 1 sucks so much. She doesn't suck as a character, I think she's fine. Her toy, and just her, oh my god, it's so trash. She turns into a boat, and it's so garbage. I don't know what it is, but boats and Transformers just don't mix. It looks so awful. It is honestly horrible. I don't want to make fun of it too much, but wow. Whoa, what were they thinking? I don't know. But to get back on track, I do like how it's shown that he's afraid of Megatron and how he fears him, and I like how it represents how Megatron inspires fear among his troops, and how even if a Decepticon wants to switch sides, it's very hard for them to do that because of just the wrath that one of them would face, which we've seen on multiple occasions.
Is that you?
And I like the fact that even though the Autobots don't trust him, he still tries to make good and help them in the cyber world.
Shoot me already, will ya? I have the intel.
You've burned us before, Mirage. What makes this time different?
And I think it's pretty cool. I like the fact that what they're doing with this character, and I think I might make a video on this topic another day, but I like the fact that with Transformers, you're able to do different stuff with different characters. It doesn't have to be the same thing, and it can always be different. I'm a big Marvel fan, and with Marvel, you kind of always have to keep characters the same, or keep the essence of them the same, or else fans are gonna hate it. But I like the fact that with Transformers, you're always allowed to kind of have some leeway with stuff. You can always change stuff. You could always tweak stuff differently. You can make the characters similar to what they originally are. You can make them completely different. You could have a mix of both. And I think that's pretty cool. I really think this is a topic I want to, talk about on my own in a different separate video. But I don't know, I just thought it was interesting. And I like the fact that this Mirage is kind of helping me appreciate that fact. And you know what? I can appreciate that. If you haven't watched Cyberworld, please do. I think it's a good watch for what it is. I think, Optimus and all that stuff is pretty good. I do like the fact that they are trying to lean towards, the younger audiences here. I think Transformers needs this after, Transformers 1 flopped. And, yeah, it's just good to see, more stuff from this franchise. But that's about it anyways. Don't forget to take care. And also, don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. Tell me what you think about this Mirage, or just any Mirage, really. And remember, there's more to you than meets the eye.
Not me!
I gave you simple instructions. Eliminate Optimus Prime. You couldn't even do that.